Today I'm going to show you how to make the fall colored bracelet with 11O seed beads. This is using the pattern that I made, and I'll link that video up here. And it's also using the square stitch. So I'm going to start with my materials. I've got 5 colors: brown, orange, yellow, red, and green. 11O seed beads. I'm going to use those. I'm going to use brown thread. I'll be using a beading needle. I might need some pliers to pull the needle through if I've got several layers of thread going through a single bead. Sometimes it helps to have pliers to pull that. Need a pair of scissors to cut my thread and a measuring tape. And this is going to be, I've already got my needle threaded to start beading. And I am just going to I'm going to start with this first row that has 7 beads wide. So not these tapered rows, but this first one here. And I'm going to work my way until halfway. I've already measured my halfway point. And we're going to be making the other half. This is almost half of the bracelet that we're going to be making. And for this video, since I have those other videos linked, the pattern how-to, and also the how-to for the square stitch, I'm going to be using a time lapse for this demonstration. So let's get started. So now I'm just gonna tie this off because it's getting short. So I'm just gonna go back through the row before, just a couple of those beads if I can, or all of them even. And go through all of them if you want. There we go. So then you will probably need the pliers at this point. And I'm just wanting to tie this off because this end is getting short and it's getting frayed up by the needle. Once you get the needle pulled through with your pliers, you can tie it on that end piece where those thread bridges are. So now I'm going to cut some more thread. I don't need to leave as long of a tail on this piece of thread since it's not my end. I did just kind of weave this back in. I couldn't get through all of them with a broken needle. I had to get a new needle and just weaved it through and tied it off and put a little glue on it, and I'm just waiting for the glue to dry so I can trim this. In the meantime, I'm just gonna thread my new needle since I broke that needle, and we will get started. And on this, since I'm gonna leave a little extra, I don't need like a full 10 inches, but maybe like just a few inches this time to tie off. So we're just gonna start on our next row, but I'm just gonna leave this out since it's so hard to get through the row before it, because once you get so many layers of beads, and then I'll just tie it off after I finish adding a few rows. I can just work that smaller piece in. Okay, so that is the end of this half, and then I will connect the other half to this half next. So now both sides are connected. In the center you can see there's like a diamond pattern, red in the center, and then brown around the red, and then yellow forming the diamond. So next we have to finish off this end. So we'll start by going into the row before it to get the thread in the right place. So we'll go through the first 2 beads of the row below. I think it works better if I do them one at a time. We'll go through that second bead in that row. And then we'll go back through the second bead in the first row right here. And then that will position us in the right spot to start the taper. So we're starting with a yellow. Back through the brown bead in that we just came out of in the row before it, and then back through the yellow bead we just added, and then we'll just continue that pattern. And then when we get to the next row, we'll go back through a couple beads and come out so we're in the right position like we just did for this row. Now we'll go back through these 2 beads in the row before it to get our thread in position to only have a 3 bead row, and then back out through this brown bead in the row we just added, and then we're ready to start with our yellow bead, and then we'll just continue that same square stitch pattern. And then we'll do the same thing to get down to where we need our thread again. So we'll go to the row before it. We'll go through 2 beads in that row. Sometimes it is easier to go through 1 bead at a time, like I said when we started doing our taper, so just keep that in mind if your needle can get stuck. and it can be hard to pull it through both beads. And sometimes you'll break your needle. Sometimes it helps to just wiggle it a little back and forth. So then we'll just pull that through and go back through the center one of that row just added, the brown bead. And then we'll be set up to put our last yellow bead on, which will complete our taper on this end. So then we've got our last bead. Just need to finish that off by going back through there. And then we can just tie this off, or we could try and use it for part of the class, but there isn't a whole lot left, and so I may just tie this off like I did. You can see in other places where I tied it off. And on this end, I did run out a little bit, so we'll have to add more thread on this end anyway to finish and add that last bead in the clasp. So I have the full bracelet together with both tapered ends, and if I count every row from tapered single bead row to tapered single bead row, it's 72 rows wide. And I did make it in half, so I connected it in the center here. And again, this is the Fall Colors Seed Bead Bracelet. And so I was thinking I will have a loop and toggle, but I have not designed. I've designed the loop, but not the toggle yet. So I'm going to make another video showing you the options for the clasp. And I did want this to be at least 6.5 inches when I was done. So you can see it's just over 6.5 inches here, which is perfect because the clasp usually takes up about a half an inch or so. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more jewelry tutorials.